Morally wrong and a First Amendment violation. That's how critics have characterized a cease and desist order issued to Catholic priests to stop ministering to veterans during Holy Week. A prominent Catholic archbishop and Republican lawmakers are speaking out after Walter Reed Military Hospital abruptly terminated the contract of a group of Franciscan priests who had provided pastoral care to veterans for 20 years. The Archdiocese for the Military Services is accusing the hospital of violating the rights of hospitalized Catholics. For its part, Walter Reed says Catholic services continue at the hospital. Well, here with us now is Mike Berry, Director of Military Affairs at the First Liberty Institute. Michael, welcome to you. The change came right before Easter. Walter Reed says it notified the Franciscans in March that their contract would be renewed. Hospitals and certainly the government typically cancel or change contracts with providers. That's not uncommon. So in this case, though, they're shifting services for Catholic pastoral care to a secular defense contractor. So, Mike, how and why is this different?
Well, the most important part of the story is that this is Walter Reed, right? This is where a lot of our nation's wounded warriors are going to recover and to recuperate. And many of those are people of Catholic faith. And they have a constitutional right to enjoy the free exercise of their religious beliefs and to have religious services and sacraments provided to them by Catholic clergy. And that's, just as you said, that's been going on for decades via a Franciscan friary. So that's basically a seminary that's located right next to Walter Reed. And the reason for that is that the military doesn't have enough active duty Catholic chaplains to fill the need that they have. And so they backfill that by contracting with the Archdiocese. And for decades, that wasn't an issue. But now you have a for-profit secular defense contractor that came in and underbid on this contract. So meaning they basically offered, $1 less so that they could win the contract. But the problem is they're a for-profit secular business. They're a defense contractor. They are not under the authority or the auspices of the Catholic Church, so they cannot provide Catholic services in the same way that a Franciscan friary can, because the Franciscans are under the authority of the Catholic Church. So this is actually depriving Catholic service members, again, wounded warriors, people who are at Walter Reed recovering from their injuries or from illnesses, and this is depriving them of their constitutional guarantee of free exercise of religion. And as you mentioned, this happened during Holy Week, the holiest week in the Christian calendar, which just adds insult to injury.
So, Mike, I want to get in another question for you. Some 24 Republican lawmakers demanded an answer from the Pentagon. What's been the response?
Well, First Liberty Institute joined those Republican lawmakers, and we sent a letter as well to the Pentagon explaining to them the constitutional violations and how this is harming our military. And to my knowledge, the only response the Pentagon has given is, "Thank you for your correspondence. We're going to look into this," which is effectively a non-responsive response.
So, in your estimation, was this simply a financial decision, or do you think there's something more sinister that lies at heart?
I certainly hope it was just an oversight, that somebody didn't understand that if you're a Catholic, the only people that you can receive sacraments from is a member of the Catholic clergy, a priest. Right. And that perhaps they just didn't understand that and thought, oh, we can just give the contract to whomever, and this person happens to be a lower bidder, so we can give it to them. And if there's anything sinister going on, then somebody needs to be held accountable because that's, again, not only is it inappropriate, not only is it morally wrong, but it's legally wrong.
All right, Mike, we're going to have to let that be the final word, and we'll keep track with you. Mike Berry with the First Liberty Institute, thank you so much.